You're praying for a sign, for a clear path to emerge, but all you hear is silence. It's a frustrating and sometimes scary place to be. You want to move forward, you want to make the right choices, but you just don't know which way to go. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Today, we're going to talk about something that can feel counterintuitive, but is incredibly powerful. The faith steps that actually lead to clarity. It's not about waiting for a lightning bolt of insight. It's about moving forward, even when you can't see the entire staircase. Let's be real for a second. We love clarity. We crave italiano. We want a detailed, step-by-step blueprint for our lives, our careers, our relationships. We think that if we just had all the information, we could make the perfect decision and avoid any missteps. But life and faith rarely work that way. More often than not, clarity doesn't come while we're standing still. It comes while we're in motion. Think of it like driving a car at night. Your headlights only illuminate a small patch of road ahead. You can't see your final destination from your starting points, but you trust that as you move forward, the light will continue to reveal the next part of the path. That's what taking a step of faith is like. It's trusting that the light will be there for the very next step, even if you can't see step 10. So, what is the first faith step you can take? It's simple, yet profound. Do the next right thing. When you're overwhelmed by a massive decision or a foggy future, don't try to solve the whole puzzle at once. Instead, ask yourself, what is the one small, right thing I can do right now? Maybe it's making your bed. Maybe it's sending that one email you've been putting off. Maybe it's reading a chapter of a book, or forgiving someone who has wronged you. These small acts of obedience and discipline might seem insignificant, but they are incredibly powerful. They are like small stones that create ripples. Each right choice, no matter how tiny, builds momentum. It builds character. It strengthens your spiritual muscles and aligns your heart with what is good and true. It is in this process of doing the small things faithfully that God often reveals the bigger things. Clarity begins to emerge not from a grand vision, but from the cumulative effect of many small, faithful actions. The second step is to embrace the process of learning and growing. Sometimes, the path to clarity is in a straight line. It's a series of experiments. We often get paralyzed by the fear of making the wrong choice. But what if there isn't a single right path? What if the journey is about discovering who you are and what you're capable of? Instead of asking, what is the perfect decision? Try asking, what can I learn from this next step? Give yourself permission to try something and see what happens. Maybe you take a class in a subject you're curious about. You might discover it's your life's passion, or you might find out it's not for you. Either way, you've gained clarity. You've learned something valuable about yourself. Faith isn't about having all the answers. It is about being brave enough to ask the questions and live into the answers you find along the way. Stop waiting for a guarantee of success and start seeing every step as a valuable learning experience. The third faith step is to seek wise counsel, but ultimately, take ownership of your decision. It is so important to have trusted people in your life, mentors, wise friends, spiritual leaders who you can talk to. Proverbs tells us that in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. These people can offer perspectives you haven't considered, ask tough questions, and share their own experiences. They can help you see your blind spots. So, be humble and listen. You cannot outsource your life's direction to someone else. At the end of the day, you have to stand before God with your own choices. Pray, listen to others, and then move forward with the best decision you can make with the information you have. Taking a step of faith requires you to actively fight against this negative internal monologue. How? By focusing on truth. Remind yourself of past times when you took a step and things worked out. This isn't about ignoring reality. It's about choosing what you focus on. Your focus determines your direction, and then you release your grip on the result. We often attach our sense of peace and success to a specific outcome. We think, I will only be happy if I get this job, or this will only be a success if it leads to this specific result. It's believing that every detour, every perceived failure, is being woven into a larger, more beautiful story than we could have ever designed for ourselves. When you let go of the outcome, you are free. You are free to take steps without the crushing weight of expectation. You can move forward with a light heart, knowing that your security doesn't rest in achieving a certain result, but in the one who holds your future. 3. Seek wise counsel, but take ownership of your final decision. 4. Actively manage your mindset and combat fear with truth and gratitude. And 5. Let go of the outcome and trust the journey. All you need is enough light for the step you're on right now. So take that step. Be brave. Be faithful. The clarity you're seeking is on the other side of your obedience. Thank you so much for watching today. If this message resonated with you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments.